Dr. Elmer, Advanced Neurospinal Solutions. And this is Ask the Doctor, and the question is about Alzheimer's. What is Alzheimer's? Where is Alzheimer's? What kind of issues are we dealing with? We talked about in brain, when we discussed brain degenerative disorders versus brain degenerative diseases, that the disease is a problem within the cell, that the free radicals are breaking down some of the proteins, changing their, misfolding them. That misfolding problem should be undone or broken down. And genetically, those people who are getting these things have genetic problems either unfolding or breaking it down, or both, right? If you win both lottos, you wind up with that kind of problem. Where do the free radicals come from? Inflammation. Mostly inflammation, and so the more you can keep yourself away from inflammatory problems, the more you'll tend not to be subject to these kinds of things. That's for another day. So, but with Alzheimer's, we're dealing with the making of a protein. It's called tau protein, and it winds up giving cellular mischief, and it follows a pattern that is up here in the frontal lobe, and makes it difficult to remember things. And so that with the Alzheimer's, that's normally what we're dealing with. They normally are going to get frustrated, but they're not going to have radical mood shifts and changes in their personality like we talked about with dementia. What's interesting about all these patterns is, and there are others, but when these things start, they're pretty clear on what they are. And the longer they go, the more you wait to, people often wait till the patient, there are seven major stages, and they'll bring them in at stage 6 or stage 7 and say, they're almost dead. You bring them in at stage 3 or 4, we can do a lot and significantly slow, even stall the process. But when you wait till then, it's horrific. But when they're brought in and they're in that stage 7, it's kind of like a game of Risk. My wife, I don't play Risk with my wife, because she takes over the world every single time. She just marches across and takes over, right? Well, it's marching across your brain. It starts in a specific area and then marches across the brain, and pretty soon it takes over the whole thing. Well, to know what the problem started out is, I have to ask the family, how did this start? And then they tell me, well, they had really bad mood swings, they got lost all the time, and that they couldn't remember, basic stuff that they should remember, right? Say, well, that sounds like dementia, right? Or let's say, well, they were forgetting things, getting a little frustrated. There's problems in the cerebellum, and that each one looks different, but at the end it all looks the same, because it takes over like a game of Risk. Anyway, that's why you want to get early diagnosis and early treatment to stop it, and frankly the medications aren't going to do that. We're working to activate those cells, get them to function, get new connections so that those cells will stay healthy, and that change diet so that we avoid the free radical issue, and that. So those are the kinds of things that we do here. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any other questions, please let Renee know, and we're here when you're ready to take your life back.